So 2025, Jordan brand is about to go crazy. They're celebrating the 40th anniversary from when the original Jordan 1 dropped all the way back in 85. Plus, we know Jordan brand, they got to continue to increase their annual revenue every year, which means we can expect to see a lot of great pairs dropping. So today, I want to take a detailed look at some upcoming Jordan retros, which we can expect to see drop at the top of 2025. So if you guys enjoy these updates, make sure you smash the like button down below. Now, heading into the year, when we first heard that we were going to get these black metallic 5s, coming back, I would say this would probably be my most highly anticipated release of 2025, at least so far. So when it comes to this release, we are getting the reimagined treatment, which when it comes to these Jordan retros, it seems like as far as the reimagined series, there's never really any consistent theme, but they all kind of have their own life of their own. So as far as this one right here, we can expect to see these drop in February 8th, retail $220, and according to House of Heat, dubbed with a reimagined badge, this pair will feature familiar white laces as worn by Mike himself, along with a contemporary tweak to the nubuck overlays. Expect the textile thick edging to sport a reflective 3M finish, a nod to Tinker's introduction of the reflective material to a basketball shoe for the first time on the original design. So I did see some people mad about the white laces, which I feel like are a nice touch, but it's also noteworthy to mention these will also come with a backup pair of black laces. So these joints are looking very nice to me. My only complaint I would say would be the blue icy sole, which we know are an update to our modern Jordan retros. But just for me personally, I've always appreciated just the old clear soles, which over time, of course, you know, would yellow or whatever. But I always felt like it gave that sneaker character. So this is gonna be a fun one, dropping February 220. Let me know if you guys are rocking with these ones or not. Now, next up, we have a look here at the upcoming Jordan 3 Lucky Shorts. Now, just a disclaimer, I'm not really sure if the clip that we're looking at, if this pair is reps or not, but the only reason I wanted to show it is it does give us a detailed look at what we can expect to see, what this shoe actually looks like. So when it comes to these right here, I feel like these are super clean. You got the UNC theme story, and as far as 2025, it looks like storytelling still matters. So nice pair. These are gonna be dropping in full family sizing with adult pair starting at $200. And it looks like February 22nd will be the official drop day. So I feel like these joints ain't bad at all. I am seeing some people complaining of the absence of the elephant print, cement print, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like when it comes to Jordan 3s, not every single pair has to have that elephant cement print. And I feel like this is a nice one that kind of has its own story of its own. Now, next up, we got the Jordan 3 Black Cat, which for me, this one is very nostalgic because I believe when these joints originally dropped, I was like in high school or something like that. So these are going to be dropping January 11th. Now, as far as this pair right here, these are looking nice, you know, true to form to the original pair and everything like that. But do not fall for the scams out here because sneaker resellers are going full in on these right now, because when it comes to those Jordan 11 Legend Blues, the next big Jordan retro release, they can't flip them because there's just too many pairs. The retail price is just too high. And when it comes to these like Jordan retros, it seems like the resale market is like completely not there anymore. But as far as this one right here, you know, it seems like they're locked in, focused, trying to flip these joints for like 300 plus. So do not fall for it, guys. These are going to be dropping top of the year. This is going to be a massive general release that, in my opinion, everybody's gonna be able to grab.
You definitely getting in the club with these on for sure. They wouldn't be able to tell.
What do you guys think? Will you guys go for these?
Nah.
I want these.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a nice shoe. I think if anybody's gonna go for this, I think they should. I'm at the all black laces. I don't like the laces on them, but if you swap them with like all black laces.
Three's been going crazy this past couple years, so I'm trying to get as much threes as possible. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I started liking. I used to always like 4s more than 3s, but lately, the older I get, I like the way 3s look a lot more, and I feel like they're more comfortable. Not saying they're comfortable, but I feel like they're more comfortable than 4s.
They're comfortable. I could hoop in 3s for sure. Like,
yeah, they didn't even have to swap anything. Like, you know, how they went through the whole SB4, you know, construction of that shoe and then kind of match it with all the other rest of the 4s. But Jordan 3s have always been comfortable for years.
I think they overdid it a little bit with the 4s, maybe. So people are just getting a slight fatigue. And whereas like the 3s are like just kind of still, you know, hitting like that. But
chill, yeah.
2025, man, is going to be incredible. I think this is a great way to start off the year. There's probably some other pairs dropping here and there, but to me, I feel like this is going to be like the first big GR release that everybody's going for it. And I'm shocked that they're dropping them in January because I feel like January is like so
Facts.
slow and they usually
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like you think about the beginning of the year, they got field jacks, they got these threes, and they got the rookie of the year Jordan 1 lows. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, so you said field jacks and what else did you say?
The rookie of the year Jordan 1 lows.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one too.
I personally
nice
feel like
one.
these threes is gonna sit like the nines in a way. I feel like people are gonna sleep on these threes a little bit.
Probably because they want the fours. They want the Black Cat fours. They got announced for next year. So it's like, they'd rather have the 4 than the 3. So
do you think that's going to be a common theme in 2025 where people are like, oh, like the undefeateds are coming out, like the cement 4s are coming, I'm passing because there's just so much shit dropping.
yeah, I mean, we talk about people talk about how the price point of the retail price gets pretty expensive. I mean, you spending like almost $250 a shoe. You know what I mean? Like, I can see why people start to pick and choose, and pass on certain things. So
I think 2025 will be a lot like 2024 in the way that when shoes were scheduled to be coming out, people would be like, oh, this is a must cop. I need these, blah, blah, blah. And then they drop and people are
They come
not
out and
interested.
Mr. Butters the only one to have them. Now, another Jordan brand news, those Who Decide Award Jordan Flight courts, which I just did an entire video on yesterday. They did the little pop-up in New York City, and now it looks like the worldwide release has just went live. So it is actually an EQL raffle. I'll be sure to go ahead and link it down below. It just went live, about an hour or so while I'm recording this right here. So good luck to everybody trying to grab those. I'm excited to see that there is actually a decent amount of demand for those right there, which it looks like Team Jordans are back here in 2024, which I was just joking about. But at the end of the day, those are a nice sneaker, and especially you gotta love the price point coming in at $115. So good luck to everybody on those. Now, as far as this week's probably most popular Jordan release, I did a little poll on my community tab, which out of over 1,000 votes, it looks like 47% of you guys picked the Soulfly Jordan 12s, which are actually set to have a global drop tomorrow. Now, today in store at Soulfly, it looks like they are doing a little launch, which Soulfly, of course, is a Miami-based sneaker retailer, which happens to be owned by MJ's wife's brother, which I kind of messed that one up previously. But yeah, I visited the shop a couple of times back in the day. It's cool to see that they're still pumping, going hard, especially with that whole Jordan brand connection. You already know. So as far as this release, it looks like it is inspired by Cuban cafe culture, and this release is crafted with premium leather. The exclusive Air Jordan 12 captures the essence of a cafecito with its definitive outsole, custom woven label, and refined design. So yeah, these joints are nice. Definitely, as far as the bottom, it reminds me of like the tile you would see in them old Cuban coffee shops. These joints are super nice, and you gotta love the fact that these will feature that premium leather finish. So joints are real nice. They did get some early comparisons to the Alma Manier Jordan 12s, but it seems like these joints are standing out on their own, and it seems like people are definitely appreciating the fact that these seem to be a little more limited, a little more tougher to get your hands on. So sneakerheads always like a good rare pair like these. So I did mention these did drop locally in store today via a little release pop-up, and then as far as the global release, we can look forward to that going down tomorrow via Soulfly's website, and no telling if we're actually going to see an official sneakers app drop for these. We got the Soulfly Butter 12s.
Man, I love those. You think usually the Soulfly, like Christmas time collab, usually they drop them on Soulfly, and then a little bit later they'll drop them on sneakers. You think that's how they'll do these?
yeah, they'll probably have the Soulfly drop. Isn't there a Soulfly store in Miami, or is that Orlando?
It is Florida somewhere.
There's definitely one in Miami for sure. That was the original one. I don't know if they've expanded, but or changed locations. But I remember when I lived in Miami 10 plus years ago, going to Soulfly.
Last year, what they do last year was the 13 that was like inspired by one of Jordan's boats or something. They were nice.
Them 8s was the best though.
It seems like those Soulfly collabs are always hit or miss, like at the holidays, but these look dope.
Yeah, Soulfly. I heard Soulfly got a lot of pairs of these.
Shout out to SB Rami. He said they're dropping this weekend in Miami at Art Basel.